Hi, Miles here, head professional at East Taunton Golf Club. Really sorry I can't give you a video from outside today. It is a beautiful day, but way too windy for my iPad to cope with the sound, I'm afraid. But just for the instance of this video, I don't think it'll make too much difference because it's a slightly unusual video, this one for you, and it's all about your finish position. Now, your finish position really is the barometer of where you've been throughout your swing. So if you've reached a poor finish position, there is going to be a swing fault that's caused it. So I'm going to hopefully give you a bit of self-diagnosis. It's one of those positions in your swing you can hold and think, is that right? Is that what Miles was talking about? Is that the thing that I'm doing wrong? And maybe you can work it back, and if you can't, then ultimately we can help you put your swing fault right. Okay, here's the first one. The people that can't hold their finish position, the people that are off balance, having to recapture their balance, and it's quite often this thing. So let's say there's no swing faults to the top of your backswing, and the first move down is the bit that's giving you the hard time. If you start down with your shoulders first, it'll throw the weight forward onto your toes and you won't be able to hold your balance. So they're the people that swing a little bit like this. And they have to take that little step forward maybe, their foot moves to hold their position, doesn't ever look right. Okay, so easy spot, tricky cure. Now the way to cure that really is to make sure the start of the downswing is correct. You must start down with your hands first, keeping the club on that inside path, and that will allow you, allowing you to make a full finish position. Okay, so that's your little bit to practice. You should feel like you're pulling down here. Alright? If the shoulders are your first move, everything wants to go forward a little bit, and that won't work. Okay, let's move on to chicken wing. So the people that swing through their finish position, this left elbow starts to bend, you end up nearly with a funny finish, very low, quite often with your hands down by this left shoulder. That's just poor rotation really, and it's the way your hands work through the swing. Very common cricketer's fault because they're drilled to keep the back of this left hand going straight. Okay, won't work. Alright, so we've got to make sure this right hand rotates the club over. So when you get to that finish, so you've hit through the ball, or that halfway through finish position, nice straight right arm, that way with your hands. And that will allow you to start to reach that, again, correct finish position. So I say correct finish position is hands up by the top of your head, belt buckle on the flag is always a good one to remember, and then the shift of weight, which is through. So at the end of your swing, I want all the weight on the outside of your left side of your body, and if it's perfect and hard for you to see here, but you'd have actually rolled over onto the outside of your left foot, okay? And then the other thing you can't see, but my right heel facing backwards that way. So I've turned around to face my target, I'm looking where I want to hit to, my hips are facing that direction. Little home tip for you, something you can practice. Tea towel's good, golf towel. It's a simple one, but quite effective really. So if I swing it back and I drop it onto my left shoulder, correct. The tricky bit now is to accelerate it through onto my right shoulder. Okay, it looks quite easy, and it is relatively, but it does get you swinging through path and speed. So speed's another little one. Okay, here's another common poor finish position fault. Nearly always people trying to hit it too hard. The short finish. Now if you finished short, it's nearly because you've just used brute power and not technique. But for you to stop it here at halfway means you're slowing the club down, and that can't be good. So you want to think about putting the speed on now and accelerating it through the ball to a high finish. If you think about all the speed in your hands being past impact, you'll probably put it on about the right point just as you're approaching impact. So go away this week, have a look at finish positions, have a look at finish positions of your partners. You will find the better players balanced, looking at their target, weight on the left side. And all you ones that are finishing low, off balance, weight back on the wrong foot, then that's the time to have a little look at your swing, because undoubtedly it's a thing that will make you level off. Okay, and if that doesn't work, come and see us and we'll put it right for you. Okay, well, have a great week. This dry weather is continuing, which is super, and I'm sure you've seen the slight improvement in the course and the drastic, I think, improvement you will see in the future of the greens. Okay, see you later everyone. Have a great week.